morning, sunshines. This is a live where sometimes you guys are watching and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to Callie's hand? What's going on? Is she pregnant with Quincy? Why is Quincy a baby? Because they're live, not lives, because I'm bringing back my old stuff and watching it. Do you guys notice that? Anyways, it's a live, see, because I'm wearing a Whit and John shirt. I look like this. Tired. Good morning, sunshines. As you guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS. If you're new to Good Morning Sunshines, because there are a lot of new people around here, right? We just try to comment and interact, and you'll get more out of the videos if you do comment and interact, to actually apply to your own life. I know I talk about a lot of different situations, but it is applicable to your own life. So interact. What are you grateful for this morning? Anything you're grateful for. I am grateful again. I'm grateful for this a lot. I'm really grateful for our washing machine, because the amount of sheets and blankets and pillows that we wash is uncanny. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to like touch chemo pee, let alone like have chemo pee in your bed. But sometimes when you have breakthrough, because you have ABPD, you have breakthrough, and then you have chemo pee in your bed, and you got to wash everything again. It's just what happens. So I'm so grateful that I don't have to go and get a bucket. I was explaining this to Quincy this morning, where like they had to actually like get like these big pails of water and have hot water and be like scrubbing their laundry and then squeeze it out and hang line dry it. Can you imagine, any of you? What are you grateful for? Catch yourself with anything. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Eric. Grateful for your family. I love it. Grateful to catch you, Lori. I miss your beautiful face. Get in here closer, you guys. Let's talk. Let's get close today. I want to talk about but I thought. Okay, so if you guys have been following our story, right? Last week I did a live video where I announced that Whit and John's last cancer scans went famously. It was amazing. 5 of the tumors gone. The other one in the head not even lighting up, but the bone has to regrow. The hip just barely lighting up, like pencil tip lighting up, and now the bone has to grow back. Super big, exciting news. And this is me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is next, right? So we went down from doing 5 days of chemotherapy in a row, 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. How many times are you going to say that? 5 times in a row? Whatever. Marlies, how are you? Good morning, sunshine. 5 times in a row. That we went down to 2 days. So yesterday was our last day of chemo for the week. On Monday, we woke up. We did our 7-8 hours at the hospital, longer than that. Then yesterday, we woke up. We got done at 1. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have so much time. Right? I'm going to have so much time. And I'm thinking to myself, like for the last week, I'm just like, okay, like what things could I do next? Like where do I want to pick back up? What's next for me? Where do I want to start to invest and spend this time? And I'm like, it's going to be so amazing. Right? And then you guys know what happens. You guys know what happens, right? Quincy gets a fever. Like he starts hacking, coughing. He gets a fever of like 103.5. The next day it's still 103. This morning we wake up, it's 104.4. We think we're not going to the hospital today because we're off, but nope, wrong, because we got to take Quincy to the hospital this morning, right? And I'm gonna have all this time, but I thought I was gonna, after this happened, I was gonna have this. This is what was gonna create, right? And that used to frustrate me a lot. But I thought I was gonna get to do this. You know what? But what you thought is not always going to be the case. And sometimes it will, but what you get is what you get to deal with. Does that make sense? So even though I thought I was going to have all this extra time, and I don't know, like to just kind of explain for the people that don't like watch very often, when one person has a fever, if Whit and John catches the fever, that sounds ridiculous, then we have to go probably be admitted to the hospital for about a week because he's neutropenic. So we're trying to keep the boys as separate as possible. So we're like parenting in all sorts of fashions, trying to make sure that they're not crossing germs whatsoever. And if he does, then we're there until his levels get back up, because his ANC has to be a certain height for us to leave the hospital. So it's like a big thing. It's a big deal. But I thought that I was going to have all this time is on hold for right now. And I wanted to share this scenario because in your life, there are probably certain things that you thought, if I do this and this, or when I have this, or when this happens, then this will be. But I thought like it's going to be like this. And you get to that point and it doesn't show up like that, right? And you're like, but I thought once I changed jobs, I was going to be happy. But I thought once I went on that vacation, I was going to be happy. But I thought when I got to 6-figure income, I was going to be happy. But I thought when I got, I maybe changed position, I was going to have more time. But I thought, and there's all these but I thoughts. And what you can get stuck in is anger, aggravation, and upset that it didn't occur how you thought it was going to occur. And then you don't even want to deal what's on your plate. You want to woe is me about what you thought would be, right? You're like, oh man, but I thought, guys, and today's a reminder that woe is me, it's not getting you anywhere. And you can woe is me for a little while. We all need to woe is me. There's certain things that you definitely have to woe is me about, right? When we got the cancer results, I had to woe is me for about 5 or 6 months. I had to process emotionally what was going on there. But woe is me is not getting you to the next point that you actually thought you were going to be at. And sometimes all the time, you're in a chapter. And you got to do the best with the chapter that you're given. So if you've been feeling like you're overwhelmed or frustrated or aggravated because you thought it would look different, I encourage you to, number one, look at pull yourself back from the situation, right? Like, here's you, all of us are like this. Pull yourself back from the situation and look at the big picture of everything, right? And then look at where you're at in it, but you thought it was going to be like this. Okay, but it's not. But you thought, but it's not. Okay. Could you take any different actions to make your desired outcome occur? Is there something you physically have in your power to do, right? But I thought this job was going to be better. You know what? Maybe it's not the job. Maybe it's your mental. Maybe it's the things you're feeding your mind with. Maybe you're consistently watching politics and news and Facebook and social media and all of the doom and gloom. And maybe you're just not happy because you're just not happy, and it's not the job. And you could be happy in any job if you figured out how to be happy on your own accord. And I know that's a big deal, right? Just to state that out there. But maybe come back and look at it. Why is your but I thought not working for you? And is there something you could do different to get the outcome that you desire? Sometimes it's going to be yes. You know what? You're right. I haven't been doing my personal development. I haven't been feeding my mind lately. I haven't been feeding my body and my soul. I haven't been meditating. I haven't been giving myself quiet space off of, my phone and my TV. I haven't been surrounding myself with friends and choosing laughter. I haven't been doing gratitude. I haven't been journaling. I have been saying no to life. I've been being frustrated and choosing aggravation. I've been nitpicking. I've been attracting negativity. That's where I have been, and I can choose differently. Mastering hiccups in life. Oh my gosh, I love that statement. But I can choose differently. You get to choose differently if you want. Now, there's other times in your life where but I thought, like I'm in right now, but I thought I was going to have more time. You know what? But the case is, you're going to be at the hospital today with Quincy. We're going to go. We're going to check him out. We're going to keep the kids separate. We're going to do our best to keep everybody healthy. And if we end up in the hospital, we're going to be there and we're going to deal with it. It is what it is, and we'll come out a different way. And that's going to be okay because I can't change that situation. All I can do is my best, to keep them apart from each other, right? And take care of any of the illnesses we have. So all we can do is our best, right? I hope today's message lands on some of you where you realize you might be playing the victim or the woe is me role, living in a what I thought, not what I want. And instead, you recognize the fact that you can choose to embrace what you have because it is what it is, or you recognize that you need to make some shifts so that you can make your what I thought a reality. Guys, good morning, sunshines. I love you so much. I miss you so much. Thank you again for all of your support. We always like to end these videos with an action, because if you, in anything, you guys, where you're trying to improve yourself in life, maybe you started reading different books, or you're embracing yourself in different podcasts or TED Talks. If you take the information and you just walk away from it, it's not going to really do you much good, right? Unless you remember to bring that up into your daily life, maybe have conversations about it and around it, it's not going to do that much. So my encouragement, who's that, me and John? I don't know. My encouragement for today is to take a look at your life, okay? It's usually just perspective, right? Take 1 minute after this, end the video, set your timer for 1 minute, back up, look at your life. Am I woe is me in a what I thought? Am I woe is me? No, you know what? I don't think I'm woe is me. Perfect. Move on, right? Oh, yeah, I see a little woe is me right there. Can I take action or not? So just perspective wise. If you're committed, say, I am committed. I love you madly and miss you like crazy too, Miss Lori. Cheryl, 2 days I will be in my new condo. Congratulations. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys keep recognizing those gratitudes. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, whether it's live or not live. You guys got that?